I'm sitting here talking to myself, going through all of the things that I still have yet to do with this furniture. I mean, I've been working on this thing for about a week now, a solid week, and it looks like I haven't done anything to somebody that's come in because they just see a frame. But this job is more sewing than anything, you know, cutting patterns and sewing and have to go on down there and overlock all of the edges of everything that I cut so it won't fray later on because you figure like you can't even see that seam because of this type of fabric it is, you know. But I had to, you know, use my double needle sewing machine on there to firm up these edges so that this thing would hold its shape. Because if I hadn't done that, this, if I hadn't done that, these seams you'd be able to see them and they'd be twisting one way or twisting the other way, and it just wouldn't look good at all. But so I had to go in here. Maybe you can see it better at this angle. See the double stitching? Okay, and it firms up that edge, and it controls the selvage. What do you call it? I don't even know what you call it. The seam edge, whatever it's called. But I know what I'm talking about. It folds one back one way and one the other way, and it sews it down. Okay, and I think this is as good as this furniture will ever look, ever. And I don't think no one else could have done a better job. Different, maybe, but not better than this is. And I'm proud of it, maybe. That's what I'm trying to say. And it's really nothing. It's a simple work, but most of the work that's done on this piece of furniture and all of this is sewing. This is not a upholsterer's job. Like if this when this went down the factory line, the frame went down. You had your upholsterers on the line. You had your seamstresses upstairs sewing up everything else, and you had this guy over here that's stuffing everything else with all the fill, you know, and this guy just slapping it on. I'm telling you, they could upholster this in a half an hour on the factory line, you know, because you got one person doing the seats, one person doing the arms, you got a person down the line that's putting everything together. This thing be together in no time. But when it comes to me to reupholster it, I have to go in because it's made to look a certain way. These patterns, I couldn't make these patterns any better than they are. So I use the patterns that are on the frame, which on the furniture. So that means I have to take every seam out, iron every piece, place them on the fabric, and cut them. And then when I cut it, then I got to take it downstairs because the kind of fabric this is that frays like crazy. I have to take it downstairs in my where my serger is and do that. So it's a lot of work, a whole lot more work reupholstering this than it did initially just upholstering it because simple. You just got assembly line, a few guys doing, even one guy or two guys, seamsters and an upholsterer could knock this out in a day, maybe two. You know, because you still gotta cut it out. But I used to work in a factory, so I know how it's done. You got a lady up there. She's laying out because they're making a whole bunch of these, so they're laying out layers and layers and layers of fabric, and they're cutting every individual piece based on a pattern layout that they set right on top of the stacks of fabric, different fabrics that they have, and they just cut it out with a looks like a big motorized knife, huge. It looks like a foam cutter, but it's for fabric. But in my shop, I don't have none of that. It's just me. It's just me and the furniture. And I got to do every single step myself, and it takes a while, and it zaps a lot of my energy because I'm 70 years old and I'm not as spry as I used to be. So here we go. After days and hours and whatever, I got one piece completed. One piece is completed, and it looks great to me. My opinion. Looks great. Because it definitely looks better than it did when it come in here. And who wears out an armrest? I don't understand. These are the patterns that come off of this chair. And this is the armrest. Who wears out an armrest? And this is the bottom part of it. You know, it sews together like that. You know. So the bottom part is hardly worn at all. Look at that. They're doing some work on that thing. But I like it. Customers gonna, well, she already said she loves it because I sent her a video of it. She loves it, and that's all that matters. So my day is shot. So I'm sitting there running my mouth. I'm gonna go in here and watch a movie. Probably fall asleep. My belly is full. I already ate. So me and my little 2-car garage shop. I got the whole basement down there with some machines and tables as well. This is my little shop, my little area. I don't do a lot of work, but it's relaxing mentally. It's relaxing for me at this stage of my life. Anyway, enough said. Bye.